Okay, before we start, we gotta give a little backstory. Because you see, after Mark's 90th near-death experience in the comics, Thragg found out from his doctor that Mark was in fact a descendant of Argo, making Nolan wanted by default. Thragg's mission was to find the heir of Argo and put him on the Viltrum throne. But when he found this out, he immediately killed the doctor because he didn't want anyone to know. I feel bad for the doctor, not gonna lie. Bro's just doing his job. In his eyes, the only ruler should be him. And why wouldn't it be? He's been carrying the team for like the past 1,000 years. And honestly, it probably would have stayed this way. Mark and Nolan would have died without knowing they were Viltrum royalty. You see, after the Viltrumite War, God bro, I'm actually gonna piece together the entire thing before I even make a video on it. The Viltrumites had a base on the moon. And Nolan, who just got exiled by Cecil, got his own space house as well. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Bro doesn't have to pay rent or nothing, even after almost destroying their world. So he and Debbie, who have somehow made up at this point, are ready to get their freak on. When Thragg pulls up. And this still kills me to this day because he really could have chosen any other time to do this. In fact, he didn't even have to do this at all. Nolan wanted no business in becoming the emperor, and he didn't even know that he was Argo's heir. And Nolan's been alive for ages. If he hadn't found out at this point, he probably never would have. But seeing bro live a happy life with his wife must have made something snap. The traitor who destroyed his home world, the one he was supposed to rule, is the heir of the throne he's protected for thousands of years. Hell nah, dude busted in there and almost killed Debbie in the process. But Nolan Mahomes threw her away in time. Nolan even told him that he didn't want to be the ruler. He had no desire to become king. He just wants to bang his hot Asian wife for the rest of his days. Can't blame him. And Thragg was like, that doesn't matter. I can't have anyone else finding out. Bro, who are you talking about? Nobody besides the readers knew about this. It's all in his head. Now, we all saw the Viltrumite War, and if you haven't, just know that Thragg was bullying Nolan and Mark at the same time. One-on-one, he's no match. He was putting belt to ass, doing Nolan the same way he was doing Mark, and he was just about to kill Nolan when General Thragg and some other Viltrumites pull up. And when they realized that Nolan was the heir to the throne, they jumped the hell out of Thragg. They did not give bro the faith of a one-on-one. Thragg thought that his strength would be the reason the Viltrumites would follow him. But in fact, it was Argo's wisdom that made him so powerful. But in the end, Nolan let him live. This panel right here was tough. They had Thragg floating around like a balloon. But here's the first mistake Nolan made: letting Thragg stay free. Now personally, I believe that the 6'10", 400-pound behemoth of a superhuman should most definitely not be set free to do whatever the hell he wants. But oh, the old Viltrum ways, we're living a life of peace. Shut up, man. Where was this life of peace shit when you were putting your son's DNA on Mount Everest? But Thragg is exiled, finding himself on the planet Thraxa. And let's just say, he was getting busy. And when Alan hears of this, he immediately calls up Battle Beast and tells him to hunt him down and kill him. No bounty, no nothing. The prospect of running the fade with Thragg was enough. Now, if you guys remember, back in the Viltrumite, how many times am I gonna say this? Battle Beast and Thragg ended up fighting, and it wasn't even a contest. One grab, and bro was done. At least he didn't get done like Mark and Nolan. I gotta cover this soon. That violation was crazy. But after the war, Battle Beast went on doing his own thing, and while on his travels, it seems like Battle Beast got himself a girl, and she low-key bad, I can't even lie. He's in love with her too. Type of freakiness what they getting on in here. Bleeding is crazy. But the second that he had Thragg's location confirmed, he was out the sheets and in the streets. Didn't even waste any time. Battle Beast got one of my favorite dual wields I've seen. That hammer of doom and destruction plus that big ass blade. I forgot the name, but I used to use it all the time and be a parkour ninja. Then Thragg pulls up. He may have lost the cloak, but that did not stop him from wearing that cape. The aura farming is crazy. I've defeated you before, easily as I recall, says Freddie Mercury with that fresh ass hairline, catching fades on and off the battlefield. Battle Beast was like, that contest between us was never finished. You'd be a fool to claim victory. They will see. Before they start, Thragg even offers Battle Beast an alliance. He would make a powerful ally and would have lots of enemies to fight. But what Battle Beast wants is an equal. Someone who's better than him and can give him a fight to the death. But before he can finish his speech, his girlfriend releases Ragnar's. These were supposed to be released after his death, but his girl loves him so much that he doesn't want him to die, which is valid. Battle Beast was pissed though. He wanted a fair fight, none of this Mickey Mouse BS. He helps out Thragg by defeating the Ragnars along with the Thraxians, although Thragg ends up getting injured. His girl was telling him to kill Thragg while he was distracted, and he was like, hell nah. As the Thraxans leave, Battle Beast says that distractions and advantages mean nothing to him. He wants a fight with meaning, a chance to see how strong he truly is, an opportunity to prove his worthiness of the gift that he received, this strength. Thragg over here looking befuddled. I can't tell if he thinks he's crazy, geeked out of his mind, or he's just surprised that there's someone else just like him. Battle Beast will accept no advantages. He stabs himself through the stomach with his sword. Thragg was like, nigga, have you lost your mind? I am Thragg. Wait a minute, hold on, wrong voice. Nigga, have you lost your mind? I am Thragg, bred to be the Grand Regent of Viltrum. I was created to rule, to lead, to conquer, to kill. And yet, you treat this like a game. But Battle Beast is like, nah, this ain't a game. This is what I live for. This is my life. And Thragg, realizing that they are the same, agrees as they get ready to run that fade. This spread is so hard, bro. Ollie really turned it up a notch after he hit 100 issues. Bro was on fire. Then they get active. Battle Beast was getting cooked. Left jab to the face. Body blow had bro screaming for his life. Sound effect over here killing me too. Ram! You know that shit had to hurt. Then bro got hit with the bitch slap. Had him looking crazy while Thragg was out here ore farming up there. Then he came in with a down slam. Battle Beast ain't done though. He bites through Thragg's eye and the top of his head. Thragg throws him off, but Battle Beast sends his victory. But Thragg says, hell nah, you fight for glory, but I fight for the very existence of my people. I will not fall. That nigga always cooking with his speeches. Battle Beast and Thragg continued their fight throughout the issues. While Mark is out here starting a family and living life, these two are fighting for their lives, running the fade across the entire planet. Battle Beast says he's thirsting for blood, acting like he ain't covered in it, and Thragg is like, then I will drown you in your own. Crazy that this man's hairline is still fresh and untouched, literally after days of fighting. He backhands Battle Beast, then gives him a left hook that sends him down. They continue fighting as Thragg asks if this is the glory that he was seeking, and Battle Beast says it is. Thragg tells him to enjoy it while it lasts, because it will end soon, and their fight came down to the wire. They didn't even have clothes by the end of it. Thragg damn near lost his entire wardrobe besides those draws. But in the end, Thragg is able to seize victory by crushing Battle Beast's heart through the stomach wound that he gave himself, as Battle Beast thanks him for the fight. Thragg then collapses, and the Thraxans take him back and help him recover. And man, this was tough. Bro turned his op into his own cape. He done turned this man into a cosmetic. I didn't even notice it at first though. I was too focused on all that Megami, that Chris Paul, that Sakamoto Days anime on the Thraxans. But anyway. But yeah, that's it. This is one of my favorite fights in Invincible history. I really hope that they do this justice. They better put all the budget into this fight in like what, season 6, 7, probably 7. Look close to the 7. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and I'll cover the Viltrum Award soon. Yo, bye bye.